Members of Team Edward were very bummed. Those fans, who contributed to the billion-dollar Twilight brand that resulted in 4 books, 1 novella, an anniversary edition of Twilight, and 5 box office-topping movies. The final film, The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2, came out in 2012, were thrilled when Meyer announced that Midnight Sun would be released August 4th. It feels strange to be making this announcement when the world is suffering through a pandemic, and no one really knows what's next, Meyer said in a statement released by her publisher in May. I hope this book gives my readers a little pleasure to anticipate and, after it arrives, a chance to live in an imaginary world for a while. Does the book, released Tuesday, offer a break from this world? Sort of. I started reading it at midnight when it was released. I took periodic naps and did not shower. The book is 671 pages. My first thoughts after one marathon read, if you are a die-hard Twilight fan, I am. By the way, you know that some of Meyer's narrative choices have long been problematic. Yes, many vampire tales feature characters doing bad things, but Twilight, as a young adult novel, seemed to rest on metaphors of boys not being able to control their urges, and only appreciating the girls who are most mysterious to them. Also, Edward Cullen is a centenarian who falls for a teenager. Bella is dodging unwanted invitations to the school dance. Meanwhile, Edward was sired as a vampire during the 1918 flu pandemic. Yes, that part feels timely. He's old, and their age difference is more pronounced from his perspective, even if they're both falling in love for the first time. His stalking also feels worse. In Twilight, Bella learns that Edward watches her while she sleeps. But in Midnight Sun, readers get a first-person account of that spying with unsettling details. He expresses some guilt, but dude, get out of her room. At one point, he stalks Bella outside while she reads a Jane Austen novel. What I was doing now was not precisely good, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as my nightly pursuits. I wasn't technically even trespassing now. The base of this tree grew from the next lot over, let alone doing something more felonious. But I knew that when night came, I would continue to do wrong. Yes, this is Edward justifying his Peeping Tom routine by hanging from a neighbor's tree. Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart in the 2008 film, Twilight Deana Newcomb, Summit EntertainmentAlso, Edward is really mean about other boys in high school. He's constantly dismissing his so-called peers, and yes, I get it, they must seem ridiculous to him, but again, Edward, you choose to keep going to high school. Take the high road. What if this gangly teen with his unhealthy skin was somehow pleasing to her? He asks, jealous of a kid who might want Bella's attention. You'd think an old man in a hot young guy's body would be over this kind of pettiness, but no.